This whole thing started with an arithmetic problem that was put on Facebook. 6 divided by 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2. And people valiantly defend, well, there's two possible answers. One is 1 and the other is 9. And based on your understanding of PEMDAS in relationship to the distributive property, you'll get one answer or the other. It's kind of that simple. But part of the biggest problem with the problem itself is the ambiguity of it. No mathematician would ever, and I mean ever, they would never write a problem like that. It's just not done. And so why is it written like that? Well, to create controversy. That's all there is to it, because it's not clear at all. It uses one rule from left to right. And, you know, if you're dogmatic about going from left to right, which we don't do anyway, because you have the exponent precedes the multiplication division, so you find parentheses and you're not going left to right. But, you know, based on the order of operations, you go left to right, and based on the order, okay, you do all that, and then you come up with a conclusion. Okay, understand that PEMDAS is a convention. It's a loosely agreed upon, that's kind of how we do it. Like we put x equals 2 as a convention. We don't put 2 equals x, but they are equally as valid. But just by tradition, by way of convention, we always do x equals 2. Well, think of PEMDAS in that light. Okay, one thing that you need to consider is that we're talking about arithmetic. Algebra and arithmetic are under two different conveyances or established rules. And since this is an arithmetic problem, this is where the confusion comes in. In arithmetic, you need a lot more helps, so to speak. So what we would normally do if this was an arithmetic problem, I mean, what you would really have to do if you want it to be 1, and this is not a solution to a problem, it's a simplification. We're just doing an evaluation. We're simplifying the problem. The problem is the problem. Okay, I mean, there is no solution. It's just a simplification of what it is. Okay, so if we were going to do true arithmetic, then we would have no choice. If we wanted the answer to be 1, it would be 6 divided by parentheses 2 times the quantity 1 plus 2 parentheses parentheses. Okay, that would there's no ambiguity whatsoever. And so in arithmetic we have this little issue of parentheses. Why? Because some will interpret that as just, you know, numbers in a parentheses, and others will interpret that as a distributive problem. However, there is the distributive issue in arithmetic itself. So whenever you see A times the quantity B plus C, how is it written? I'm talking about arithmetic. Would it be A, B plus AC, be distributed in the terms of the quantity B and C? Okay, so you cannot ignore the distributive rule. It's just there. It's part of arithmetic. Now in algebra we wouldn't even be having this discussion, but in arithmetic, because of we can combine the numbers inside the parentheses like terms, then it implies that there is a different, it becomes a different issue, and it's not. This is where the problem lies. What's a person going to do?